welcome back to the Biblical Entrepreneur. I'm your host, Hector Alvarez. Last time I shared my personal journey and how I left church at the age of 17. I spent 33 years building businesses without God, and I finally returned to faith at the age of 50. Today, we're going to go a little deeper into what it truly means to build a business on biblical foundations. You know that during those 33 years away from God, I achieved what many would actually call success. But looking back, I realized that I was building on sand instead of solid rock. Matthew 7:24, it actually talks about a wise man who built his house on rock versus the foolish man who built his house on sand. Today I want to explore what it means to build our businesses on the rock of biblical principles and God. The question isn't just how can we be successful, but what kind of success are we pursuing? Let's dive into the Bible and see what it really says about businesses and how we're going to be able to have a divine calling. So the divine mandate, and as I work to rebuild my own businesses and the practices that I have utilize biblical foundations, I'm discovering something powerful. Every week brings new revelations about how God's views really work, and I'm committed to sharing these discoveries with you as they actually happen. When I was focused solely on profits, I saw work as a means to an end. But Genesis 2:15 completely transforms this perspective, as I explained a little bit last week. Because God placed Adam in the garden and he was meant to work it and to keep it. So when we consider that and we really fall back on that, it was right before, the sin entered the world. It was before anything really ever happened, but yet God had already placed us in a spot where we were working within his perfect plan. So the beauty of this theology is that in practical implications and how we run our businesses, every little task that we take into place is a part of worship to God. You see, so all of our services, all of our products, everything that's a commodity, all that we're doing, all the expressions, they're all part of God's creative nature within us and how he works through us. Our business decisions aren't just a return of investment. They're more about stewardship and how God's resources are going to provide, not just for yourself, but for those around you. You see, so we also have to consider that in faith, we have to put more forward. So when you're thinking and considering your faith, always make sure that it's part of everything, including your finances. You see, just last week, I had to make a significant business decision, and I found myself falling back into the same old pattern of thinking. Is this all about money? What am I doing? Am I really falling into this particular situation where I'm doing this just to make a profit, or am I really trying to do something different? You see, because I look around and I see so many others having great success in their businesses, doing so well, and I start noticing that they're really doing it more so for the money, which is okay. Nobody's knocking that. But is that really what I'm trying to do? Is that really what I'm building on? And it hit me, just like I expressed last week. Matthew 6:33 tells us that you need to seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all of these things will be given to you as well. So for years, I had it all backwards. I thought that if I made enough money, I could then serve God better. But God's economy doesn't work that way. When we align our business practices with his principles, it takes a totally different turn. Profit becomes a tool for his kingdom, and impact on others is just not going to become something of an ultimate goal for me. It's not going to be the only achievement that I want to get to. You see, every business decisions are going to be filtered through the biblical wisdom that I'm able to achieve and obtain, realizing and reading his verses and his words. Success is measured by more than just financial metrics. You have to always see as what else comes with that. So let me give you some practical examples. In my consulting business, I used to focus solely on maximizing profits for my clients. Now I'm focused a little bit different. Now I want to help them actually build a business that reflects God's character, treating people and employees fairly, serving customers honestly, and contributing to their community of flourishing, and being able to give them more than just simply saying, hey guys, you're going to make a great profit and you're going to move forward and do well, good, but really at the end of the day, are they going to do better? You have to give more than just the profitability of a business. And let's talk about fear and faith within business. You see, because at the end of the day, there's a lot more involved there. Let's be real. Business can be terrifying, as I stated. It is, and it always will be. It's not going to stop. Market uncertainties, competition, financial pressures. I faced them all, but like I said before, in Joshua 1:9, you have to allow yourself to understand that my business has become a different situation. I want this to be a model, not just for myself, but it has to be a model for you. Be strong and courageous, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. When you take that in and you actually possess it, take ownership of it, it changes how you're going to perceive your life and how you're going to perceive your business. This isn't going to just be something about feeling better. It's how it's going to transform you within the basis of making your decisions in your business, and how you're going to do it with so much more confidence because of the guidance of God. You're going to be able to handle setbacks so much more easily because you're going to be able to see growth within your business. The opportunities are going to come so much more easily. Your approach to the competition changes completely. You're going to be able to see it as an integral part of your business, but you're going to handle it with integrity. You're going to be able to be a trustworthy individual. You're going to have God's provision providing for you. So it's different when you start taking these moves forward. So let me touch a little bit more on the Vineyard Model that I touched upon last week. Isaiah 5, the Vineyard parable has revolutionized how I view businesses and the operations of how I actually conduct my business. Just like a vintner, they carefully tend to their vines, and they're always going to nurture and treat everything so they can get the best wine out of their vineyards. The foundations for your business have to be ethical. They have to be very strongly based on ethics. You're not sitting here just doing things just to do them, and you're going to be able to achieve much more by providing others the honesty that you have within yourself with ethical practices. You have to have work environments that are positive. You can't just have, everything and anything around you being in such a way that is going to cause issues. Always have a positive work environment. It's going to change not only your perspective, but those of all those people around you. Always continue to improve yourself, continue to improve your business, continue to provide improvement to those that you work with, your employees, your clients. Make an impact in your community. Try to be more than just someone that's, making business for business, but do something for others as well. So let's share a little bit of some practical steps that I've been implementing within my own business, and I think that it's helped me with my journey back to faith. You see, I have been starting my day each day with scripture and prayer specifically for business decisions. Of course, you do want to pray for your life, for your loved ones, for your health, for everyone in that regard, but you have to start, especially when you're really dedicated to a business within godly means, that you want to specifically pray about your business each and every day. You have to develop ethical guidelines based on biblical principles. So when you're reading, you're going to start noticing that a lot of what you're going to start really nurturing within your life is going to be about principles that are going to guide your business. Try creating a mentorship program. Try to really help others. This is part of what this video is. It's me trying to mentor others simply by explaining, expressing, and telling what it is that I've gone through, I'm going through, and going to continue. And measuring success through both financial and kingdom impact metrics are going to really change everything for you. Because not only are you going to see yourself being a successful person monetarily, you're going to be able to see yourself being a successful person spiritually as well. And as I continue my journey of reintegrating faith into my business, after 33 years away from God, I'm learning that it's never too late to build on the right foundation. Whether you're just starting out or just like me, returning to faith after so many years away, remember that God can transform your business into something far more meaningful than just a profit center. So as I wrap up this second episode, I want to be clear about something. I don't have all the answers. I'm on this journey with you, taking it 1 week at a time, one decision at a time. Some days are easier than others, and I have to fully surrender to God's will. But I'm committed to sharing this journey authentically, both the victories and the struggles. Next week, I'll be diving into a little bit more in depth about how it is to actually start achieving more with God's grace. And I'll share that, and how God has been working in my business and the business decisions that I'm going to be doing this week. This is more than just a video series. It's a commitment to growing closer to Jesus, to building a business that serves His purpose, and to helping others who might be on the similar path. So if you're watching this and feeling that same pull back to God, if you're struggling to integrate your faith within your business life, or if you're just starting to consider what a God-driven business might look like, I want you to know that you're not alone. Subscribe to join me on this journey. and let's learn together what it means to truly build a business for God's glory. So until next week, this is Hector Alvarez reminding you that it's never too late to return to the Father's house. May your work be worship, and may your business be a blessing. God bless you all.